once you start threatening developers, especially because you would not do that shit. Except for that one guy who was just like, fix Kazuya, nigga. That's the one guy I believe who would say that shit to the dev's face. But the rest of y'all, nah. People who threaten developers, and really anyone in any work environment, you're kind of a loser. Not even kind of, you are a loser. We're gonna stop saying kind of, because that gives you a little bit of a leeway. Like, I'm not a loser. No, you're a fucking loser. If you sit behind your screen and threaten developers over a video game that you don't have to play, we get it. You paid your $60, $70. We get it. The game it's not as fun as it was 3 weeks ago. We get it. Give them time to fix shit. Welcome back to another episode of Just What We Needed, another podcast. Y'all like the colors? Ah? Thought I'd do something a little different, you know. Set the tone a little bit, get a little intimate with y'all tonight. Set the lights down a little low and switch it up a bit, you know. But no, I was really just busy with a whole bunch of stuff this morning, so I didn't really have time to do it in the morning. But also, you know, you ever buy something and you're like, I haven't used it, but I spent money on it, so let's use it. That's how I feel about the lights. It's been a minute since I've actually used it for anything. And Kruger would like to make an appearance. Hello, Kruger. Come here. My son Kruger goes in for an assessment tomorrow at my job so I can start bringing him to work. And he's going to be great because he's such a nice doggy. So as you can tell from the title, thumbnail, however you see this first, I want to talk about something that's been going on for quite a while, but now it's really hitting home because this is happening with a game that I hold very close to my heart. It's something that I grew up on, and not only grew up on, but really shaped the trajectory of my life. It really did. We're talking about Tekken. We're talking about other games and how the fans of the game have too much time on their hands, and they do the absolute most when it comes to voicing their concerns about games. It goes from voicing a concern to outright threats. Pro players that get paid to go to tournaments and show off their stuff and support their teams and all that, they're not playing the game anymore because they made too many changes to the game where they just don't like it. They say this isn't real Tekken, or this isn't my Tekken, this isn't Tekken 8 anymore, this isn't even Tekken anymore. So we're at a point where the developers of the game, they don't know what direction they want to go to, or they tried a direction and it has backfired miserably. Such as, they always talk about things like legacy skill. Well, pro players talk about legacy skill and the removal of those skills, and how they hate it. They absolutely hate it because Namco and a lot of other fighting game developers have also gone this route. It just seems to be the wave, the move for developers to do. They say, hey, forget legacy skill. We want this game for newcomers. We want to attract new players, which makes sense. From a business standpoint, that is exactly what you want to do. However, Tekken is fumbling the ball because someone said it yesterday in a tweet. They were saying how Tekken Tag Tournament 2 failed because it was strictly for legacy players, right? And not for any newcomers, anyone trying to pick up the game. Oh, this game is too hard. Every character has at least 100 moves, so I have to remember 200 plus moves, plus fighting against another character who has 100 plus moves, and then suddenly having to learn a new matchup on the fly. Nah, that shit's too hard. So they say Tekken Tag 2 failed financially because it catered to the legacy, the pro players. They said Tekken 7 was fine because it was like a good mix. And then people say Tekken 8 failing because it's still active, it's still getting more support. They're saying it's failing because it's catering towards the new players. When I was doing commentary at IFM, yeah, see, even Wookie hates it. That's the thing. Wookie's new. I put Wookie on. I didn't put Wookie on, but like I helped him get adjusted to Tekken 8, right? And as I was saying, as I was doing commentary at my local tournament, Iron Fist Monthly, even like what he said, even the casuals that Namco is catering to now don't like the changes that they made. Hi. They don't like the changes. I had a friend text me who I would consider like a casual. He understands matchups. He understands the concept of frame data, but he doesn't really apply it. He doesn't use it to punish or anything, but he understands the concept. He texted me out the blue and was just like, "Have you played this latest season?" The second, I was like, "I haven't played it yet, but I've seen all the controversy online." I was just like, "What's going on?" It's just like, "Yeah, this sucks. You can just mash. It's just a mash factory. You can just press buttons, and Jack is busted. Paul is busted." So now I'm like, so they threw away all of what the pro players liked, which was some type of defense reward, because everything tracks now. Everything is plus on block and goes into stance for 50-50s. Okay, whatever. So the pro players hate it because you were trying too hard. You alienated them, and you're trying too hard to capture the new audience and casual players. And even the casual players are just like, no, this shit sucks. I don't want to play this. So now what do? And this is where we kind of get into gamers trying to voice their concerns, but coming off as entitled, because I want everyone to listen very closely. Video games are meant to just take you away from reality. Now, obviously, fighting games and even more esports, they put money up, right? There's money on the line. I get it, but at the end of the day, these are just video games. You don't have to play the same game forever. If you weren't a tournament, if you're not Arslan Ash or JDCR or whoever need, you can just play other games. I want everyone to realize that. You do not have to play. We all understand that this patch is not great. We all know that it's too aggressive. There are some bugs, some game-breaking bugs. I don't know about you, but I've just seen this in my life without her. I'm nothing without this world. And yet you haven't picked up Tekken 8. Oh, look at that. Guys, you don't have to play this game. Since this patch dropped, I only play it to get the fight pass because there's a customization I want to make, and this fight pass has the perfect items and costumes for it. That's the only reason I'm playing 8 right now. I haven't even jumped on with friends because I just don't want to play 8. The thing is, this year is a great year for gaming. Me as a fighting game player, I have basically touched at least most. If it's on console, I have probably touched it as a fighting game. I don't care what it is. King of Fighters, Mortal Kombat, Chaos Code. What's it? That one game where they changed the Jesus character to just a random angel. That Fight of Gods, that's what it was. Anything that's come out in recent years, I have at least. That curse Afro Asuka. Fuck you. It looks great. I have at least touched. There are more games out there for me to be playing, for you to be playing. I saw something the other day, and people were coming at a YouTuber content creator known as FeedyX, and he just makes content for Tekken. He gives great guides, tutorials, commentary, and he was trying to be positive about Tekken 8's future. And someone kept coming at him, and some other people came at him that was just like, be careful when you go to, paraphrasing, be careful when you go to venues and blah 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 blah. Be careful when you go to tournaments. And that shit comes off as a threat. Like, why are you threatening other people for being happy with something? I want to let anyone know, especially that person who like wrote him that, or anyone who writes the devs anything, because the devs are just doing their job and how they have been doing it poorly. But a poor job does not deserve death threats, especially over a video game, right? It'd be one thing if something happened, I don't know, like a hailstorm came through and messed up your roof. You pay people to come by and look at the roof, and they say, hey, we can get someone in here tomorrow, blah, blah, blah. They come in, they start fixing up the roof, and the roof, because of them, caves in. I think that might cause for some death threats. Like, you had one job. This is your specialty. My roof, I don't have a roof anymore. I don't have a ceiling. All these fucking birds and bees are going to come into my house now because of you. That deserves death threats. I think it does. Fuck you, fuck your family. I think it does. But Tekken 8, a video game on a PlayStation? It's too many people that do that. It's too many people who just don't have anything else to do. I think in that same tweet that I saw, they were like, I'm going to touch grass for a little bit, but when I'm done with that, why would you stop? Like, that's what I'm talking about. You outed yourself as a fucking loser. You really, really did. You are a person, again, and even with Tekken and other fighting games, especially when it comes to female characters. I hate people. I hate fans of female characters. Because fans of female characters in fighting games are some of the lamest non-woman talking to people you'll ever meet. You heard me, Wookie. Not you. You're a cool dude, and you told me about your lady friend. So I know you. I know you touch grass. I know you talk to women. Ooh, don't make me put your business out there. But like, Melina fans in Mortal Kombat. Yeah, exactly. Shh. Melina fans in Mortal Kombat are some of the worst people I have ever met, especially men. It's always the men. Men who get no bitches, men who don't know how to talk to women, men who use nude fighting game mods and make Chun-Li, Asuka naked in their respective games. Those are the worst type of people, and those are, I feel, the same people who threaten the devs for fucking up a little bit. And I'm no game designer, but I tried it. It was my passion when I was younger. This shit ain't no overnight fix. All right. Now, Bleach has been doing great with their updates, but even when they do mess something up, it takes like a week for them to like, hey, this is the hot fix. Namco put out a patch that they said was over 1,000 changes. Do you think that shit is going to happen overnight? When they say, hey, it's going to take us some time, maybe to like the end of the month, and it's April 15th as of this recording, and it's going to take us to the end of the month, and people are just like, man, fuck this, fuck Namco, fuck Tekken, da da da. Do you think it's going to happen overnight? I say give them time. You know the best way to give them time? Going back to your fucking life. And again, going out, meeting people, playing other games. Dude, I started playing Sega Sonic Superstars, trying to finish that game up. I just got done playing Battlefield, waiting on the new one. And that's the thing, like I was saying, it's going to be a great year for gaming for me. Shit, Tekken not doing so hot. Oh no, I guess I'll just play Bleach that came out a couple weeks ago, one of my favorite animes, and I've been waiting for a fighting game for Bleach for years. I don't even care that it's an arena fighter. Oh no, Bleach not doing it for me. Well, Sonic Racing Cross Worlds comes out, who knows when, but probably this year, within the next few months probably. I have that to look forward to. Battlefield has had a whole bunch of leaks for 6, and it looks amazing. I am waiting on that. See, I have so many more things to play than just Tekken, and I wasn't making money off that shit. Look, if you're not consistently in your top 8, I don't see what you're bitching about. I'm just gonna be real. I'm going to be real. So I'll play Expedition 33 in 9 days. I keep seeing that in the PlayStation Store. What is that? And I think Gal Zero mentioned that last time I did a stream. But yeah, if you're not making top 8s consistently, you don't need to be worried about what the fuck the devs have going on. You don't need to be sending them threats, being like, hey, Harada, like, do this, do that, add my character. Oh yeah, back to that. Yeah, female fighting game fans are the fucking worst. Melina, Anna, Kunimitsu, who else? Like, Tanya. Y'all don't never stop bitching. And I need y'all to get it together. I just, on a public platform, I want to let y'all know. Keegan is saying y'all need to get it together and talk to real women. Because there's no reason. Anytime I'm on social media and someone's profile picture is a character, like a female character from those games, I immediately block or mute them. Because they're just the most unsufferable people ever. Jade, too. Jade, absolutely. Yeah, thank you. Thank you. Thank you. They are the absolute worst. People don't know how to interact when like they just make it so obvious that they don't know how to interact with people. But so here's the thing, right? Tekken, I just went on this whole rant about how Tekken is losing its player base. People are going back to older games. I never thought I'd see the day. I did not think people were going to put their money where their mouth is until I saw people going back to Tekken Tag 2 and Tekken 6 and 7. So another game that I brought up that also had a fleeting player base is Battlefield, but their failure is different, right? Same result but different way. If Tekken was trying to cater specifically to new players, Battlefield as a franchise with their last entry was just chasing trends. For those that don't play Battlefield, it's the man's Call of Duty. You know, I'm just gonna put that out there. I'm just saying, like, okay, you hop on Warzone, nigga. No, what the fuck? Took y'all almost 20 years to get tanks in the game, and you expect no, like Battlefield's been it for the. That's all I'm saying, bro. That's all I'm saying. Battlefield's real nigga game. Just gonna put that out there, but. With Battlefield, they were chasing trends way too fucking hard. They actually pulled a 180 in their advertising, their marketing, right before the game came out. And that was very sad to see. Now, I still bought it because I like Battlefield and I was willing to try it out. And it was fun for, a good 2-3 months. But the what is it, the seasons, Battlefield used to get like 3-4 maps and a DLC pack for maybe $20-$30. You have to wait half a year going into a full year for one new map in Battlefield 2042 because they started doing the whole season pass shit, and it just wasn't worth it in the end. But not speaking of which, as I was saying, they were chasing trends because Battlefield has always been like straight military. I won't say super realistic. Y'all armored folks can have that, but Battlefield was always realistic military. And from what I've seen, now I played Battlefield 4. I played a little bit of 3. I was mainly on 4. 5 and 1, I don't like old shooters. I don't. I like modern settings or futuristic settings. I don't like the old ones. But Battlefield 4, Battlefield 5, Battlefield 1 were fine, right? I think they had some DLC packs. They were fine. But when it comes to, and I'm going to get back to you, Croc, in a sec. When it comes to 2042, they did the complete opposite of what they intended it to be. And then they didn't even support one of their main aspects, which was Battlefield Portal, which is you could create your own game modes and play on older maps. They never once updated the maps in Portal. They updated the guns you use. They never added any maps. And that game came out in like 2022, 23 maybe? They never updated that. That was their main selling point. But as far as chasing trends goes, Battlefield, you have Assault, Engineer, Engineer, Support, and Recon. That was supposed to be it. One fixes vehicles and blows shit up. One gives you more ammo, one gives you health, and one is a sniper and can put a spawn point and all this stuff. Cool, whatever. But all that changed with 2042. Like, they had a formula and they just completely fucked it up with 2042 chasing trends, and that trend being the hero shooter. So now characters have abilities and different, like, it doesn't feel like it's a team-based game anymore. And this is just going off of what the complaints have been that I've noticed, right? Because me personally, I didn't care too much. But the gameplay itself and the maps and the graphics of it were all just bad. And there were things that, it launched without a scoreboard. The team speak and trying to add people to a squad. It wasn't great. It just wasn't great. We had issues just trying to invite each other normally on the menus, and DICE has always fucked up some aspect of each Battlefield, but it really turned people off how characters had abilities now. Like, we're playing Overwatch, and that that was another thing that I've noticed for years. Tekken 8 is brand new. Right? Well, not brand new, it's a year old now. But this is the first Tekken that I've seen where gamers are just super duper vocal. Like, yo, this shit sucks. I'm leaving. And I never expected that. Now, Croc, you said gamers been threatening devs at that point. Just start playing something else until it's fixed. That's what I was saying. Like, right before you joined, I was saying that. For me, I have so many other games that I can be playing. I'm catching up on Sonic Superstars. I just got done playing Battlefield 4. I downloaded Soul Calibur just so I can beat Danny's ass. Uh, there's nothing. There's nothing keeping me playing Tekken outside of the fact that I bought it, and that's fine. Like, I'm going to let them work out the kinks, the bugs. I'll play test it when they come out with the hot fix. But I once you start threatening developers, especially because you would not do that shit, except for that one guy who was just like, fix Kazuya, nigga. That's the one guy I believe who would say that shit to the dev's face. But the rest of y'all, nah. People who threaten developers and really anyone in any work environment, you're kind of a loser. Not even kind of. You are a loser. We're gonna stop saying kind of because that gives you a little bit of a leeway. Like, I'm not a loser. No, you're a fucking loser. If you sit behind your screen and threaten developers over a video game that you don't have to play, we get it. You paid your $60, $70. We get it. The game doesn't. It's not as fun as it was 3 weeks ago. We get it. Give them time to fix shit. We live in an age where this is truly not the final product until the game is done with support. We talking early 2000s and we get Sonic Riders on the GameCube. What they put out is what they put out. And I feel like devs are under a lot more stress nowadays than they ever have been before. But Sonic Riders comes out on GameCube, that's it. You're not getting hotfix. You're not getting any glitches fixed. You're not getting any hackers removed. They find a way to play online. I don't know. We're just making shit up at this point. There's nothing. We live in an age where these games truly are not done until the final say. Until they release a Tekken 9, this game is not done. Until they release Battlefield 6, or they come out and say, hey, this game's not done. Like 2042, it's done, right? It's done. They update the game, but it's just with rotating game modes. They're not saying, hey, we're adding new characters, we're adding new maps, we're done, we're on to the next Battlefield, and we're going to make it better. Again, this game has only been out for a year. Threatening dev just wild. Even I accepted it when Tekken 8 was like, nah, you ain't getting online. What do you mean? Like when they had their balance patch? Not balance patch, but yeah, like when they went down for update, for maintenance. Yeah, threatening devs is wild. And people do it all the time. And it's gotten to a point, Croc, where I was saying, another glitch I remembered. I don't know what that one was. But that's what I'm saying. People who are playing Tekken are doing so bad. They're trying to threaten developers. Not only developers, but they're threatening other creators who actually have a positive take on Tekken 8. Someone was talking to FDX, talking about you're what's wrong with this game. You're the problem for just being optimistic. Fuck you. What do you mean? Like, people can be optimistic for change in any regard, and you're sitting here like, no, fuck this, fuck that. I don't care how much you spend. Like, just, you don't have to play this. You don't. Now, I digress. I was one of those people who bought a digital copy because I knew I wasn't gonna be deleting it. Tekken's my favorite franchise. I'm willing to wait to see what happens. And if I really do end up being like, man, I really don't fuck with Tekken 8. If they put out a hot fix, just like, guys, we heard you. These moves are too oppressive. Tracking sucks. So what we're going to do is we're going to scale parrying even more. If that's the case, then I'll go ahead and install that emulator for Tekken 6. That's all I've been wanting to play over the past couple years anyways. I don't even like Tekken 7. It's ugly. The music sucks. I'm not a huge fan of the combo routes in that game. It was at any time, not even during maintenance. Tekken servers were just like, you ain't get online. Oh, damn. Oh, that sucks. Croc, I don't think we've played. You just remind me. I don't think we've played each other. I've played Wookiee all the time. We need to play each other at some point. But yeah, people. Let's just cut it there. Like people who are threatening developers and even other people for just enjoying the game are some of the biggest losers I've ever seen in my life. And you can dislike the video, you can share with your friends being like, yo, this Kiwin don't know what the fuck he's talking about. He's one of the problems. I don't care. Because again, you're behind the screen. You're not going to do shit besides bitch and complain. So again, if you feel the need to threaten a developer over a game, step outside. Breathe in the air. It's springtime. Well, yeah, it's spring, so you might breathe in some of that pollen. Hopefully, you're not allergic. But, well, if you're threatening developers, I kind of want you to be allergic. I'm going to be real. Do whatever you need to. Take a chill pill. Play other games. See what's going on with your son in school. He's been crying for your help with his math homework, and you're on Tekken 8 complaining and crying. How are we going to play if Tekken won't let me play online? So is it not letting you play online, like, at all? At all. Oh, yeah. See, that's the shit I'm talking about. That is when you need a refund. That is when you need to be like, hey, yo, developers, I can't play the game that I paid $70 for. That is reasonable shit. When you can't play it at all. Not, oh, I don't really like it. I don't really like it. You should have returned that shit. Not you, Croc. You should have returned that shit when you saw, like, a week after you used Heat. Right? You should have done that shit the moment you used Heat and you saw the combos were 20 seconds long. That's when you should have made your return. But you can't do that now. I could never do it because I bought it digitally. I had that much confidence in the game. I only bought games on disc that I thought that I would probably end up trading in, which I did. I just recently traded in Street Fighter, Mortal Kombat, Call of Duty, and Spider-Man, and got Fatal Fury for free. That's all I got. I just had to get it off my chest that people who threaten game developers are the lamest people on earth. Y'all need to go talk to women, get some bitches, whichever your preference is. I mean, it depends on the type of person you are. But just go outside and stop worrying so much. They're doing their job. They say they heard us. We'll wait to see. As they told us, wait to play the patch before you judge. We all played the patch. The patch sucks. It does. I don't even feel good winning with certain characters. And when I say certain characters, I just mean Shaheen. He's the only character I've been playing since the patch dropped. With all the buffs he has, I don't even feel good with winning. I beat someone using his sidestep move that's like +5 and wall splats. +5 on block and wall splats from a sidestep. So now they have to worry about a mid-low mix-up at the wall. At this point, just take the mid, but it's still plus frame. So now it's their turn. It is stupid. Like, just me talking about it on paper, it's stupid as fuck. It's really fucking stupid. They fucked this patch up. But I'm not going to tell anyone they should die over it. I'm not going to say, be careful coming to Combo Breaker. I'm not going to do all that shit because I have other things in my real life to worry about. I don't care. And again, just as a sidebar, fans, a lot of fans, if you've ever, let's say this, if you have ever spammed Harada's or Murray's Twitter mentions with, hey, bring back this female character, you're a loser too. And I say spam specifically because I do know people just be like, hey, we talking about adding new characters, add Kunimitsu, add Anna. Specifically the people, again, who have, like, the female character profile pictures, because I think you're lame. You based your entire online personality, at least, on that character. I think you're a fucking lame. Because I do know people who wanted Anna. He's not lame. He's cool. He's great peoples. Give Carbon Cloud a follow. Great Anna player. I know my boy been waiting for her to come back, but he never spammed the devs, and I think that's the important distinction. Add Paul 2 to shut your ass up. That's the important distinction. There's one thing with requesting and it's another to harass the developers about something. We all want Anna. I don't want that hoe. The fuck? I want Armor King, but I don't spam Harada and Murray's Twitter social medias with that. It was funny to me though. Not funny. Well, yeah, it was kind of funny how they had been dead silent for like a whole week when this patch dropped, and everyone was just like, "We played it. It sucks. I need my refund." A year later, I need a refund and all this. And they were dead quiet until what, today or yesterday. They were just like, "Guys, we understand. The hate is justified. The hate for the game, not the threats." So with that, I'm just gonna cut this right here, and hopefully, you guys subscribe. Comment what you guys think. Comment what you think of the patch. Comment what you think of Battlefield and what's going on with that, because people keep saying, "Yeah, this next Battlefield is this all or nothing. It's this sink or swim now." Y'all motherfuckers gonna buy it. I'm gonna buy it. Will I pre-order? I don't know, but I'm gonna definitely buy it. Shit looks good to me so far from the betas. But let me know what you guys think. And do you know anyone personally that threatens developers and other people who actually like the game? Are you one of those people? Talk your shit in the comments, please. I'm ready to go. I got nothing else. I'm nothing else to do. I'm bored. One decision I could even make is that wooden doll Mokujin that just gets a random character's moveset. I don't know. Like, Mokujin is one of those characters that people say they want, but they don't really want. Like Lei Wulong. Like, everyone, Lei, he's legacy. I fought maybe like 2 Leis in Tekken 7's history. Like, they have to shut that shit up. Like, y'all want him to be on the roster, but they want him to be on the roster, but they don't want to play him. And that's where I think Mokujin lies. Mokujin would be great. Here's the thing. I think I like him. And that's cool. Some people do. Like, I will say, out of all the people that go to my locals, J5 will probably benefit from Mokujin being back the most. Because that man can just play any character on the roster. I know that he would be pretty good with Mokujin, because every round it just changes characters. I feel like that would be a good pick for him, but I can't name anyone who's just like, yeah, Mokujin is great. He should be base roster. Why? Like, that's the thing. Mokujin needs to be base roster, because who the fuck is paying for him? Is my question, right? I don't know, but that's it. I appreciate y'all for joining. I am going to do something else. I guess I'll finish my courses and edit this up tomorrow. So I appreciate y'all coming in. Wookie, Croc. Y'all have a good night.